So, hello. Once again I'm back on my not so old and sadly not so new Lenovo Legion 5 Pro AMD edition. Running KaOS Linux, an independent Linux distribution, and it's the February release of 2026. This is very important and I will get back to you soon. As always, I'm streaming and recording locally, and today I'm streaming on Twitch service, or I hope that I'm doing that. So let's check the stream and the recording, and if those are safe, then we will continue with the system settings. Okay, the stream seems to be going well, nice. Let's check out the recording. Okay. So yeah, let's see the system information. First, we'll start with the GUI method. Here we are. Noctalia cell 4.6.7. KaOS 2026, February, I will return to this. And then the rest of the system information, AMD CPU, NVIDIA GPU, etc. You can pause the stream or later on my YouTube channel the video and take a good look on the GUI system settings. For now, I will resume the system information on the terminal. So here we are on the terminal. Let's make it like this and then a little bit of zoom. So here we are. KaOS Linux 2026, February release. Fish cell. I'm running the system on the native screen resolution of 2560 by 1600 at 165 Hz. However, I'm streaming and recording at Full HD 25 FPS. And you can see the system details. CPU is AMD Ryzen 7 5800H, and the GPU is NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070, mobile graphics or Max-Q if you prefer. The system has 16 GB of RAM and 1 TB of SSD storage. So before I will continue, let me show you the OBS settings. Here we are. For the past few days I have been using the hardware encoder for both the streaming and the recording. Hardware encoding being the NVIDIA encoder H264, as you can see here, video encoder, and video encoder on the recording. So both for the recording and the streaming I'm using the same encoder. However, of course they have different settings like video bitrate, audio bitrate, etc. But that goes without saying. Anyway, back to the video resolution and FPS. As I said, Full HD 25 FPS. And yeah, all good, all nice. So yeah, we had great progress with the system, with the guide too. Soon I will show you what I have prepared for the guide. I will just want to remind you what we have accomplished so far in this journey, in this fantastic journey of KaOS Linux and Niri Noctalia desktop environment and etc. etc. So I will start by saying the obvious, how the system looks. I will open a few apps. As you can see, most of the apps adhere to the dark colors and the theme that I have selected that I prefer to use more often than not, which is basically a sweet dark theme, and usually it's sweet cursors, but I will return to this soon. Anyway, as you can see, the apps are like dark colors and they adhere to my theme, the sweet theme, and of course the icons, which are the beauty line. Anyway, no problem whatsoever with the apps, as you can see here, no problem. Fully compatible with my theme's choices. Now, I will just let these apps be active, no problem. I will just let them in the background. And the next thing that I wanted to remind you is the ability that I have to change the wallpaper and jump around on my about 800 desktop pictures, to jump around as I see fit. For example, I'm using the keybind, I'm jumping on the number 100, for example, right now. Boom. So yeah, here we are, number 100. Now I want to jump, for example, at 200. I'll do just that, typing again the number, and boom. And what happens is the system still respects the Niri Noctalia technologies in the background. It just follows my lead, so to speak, on this situation. And also it stays true to this after reboot, relog, restart, etc. So it's completely safe to use. And if a system will break this continuation, you just restart the service and you are set. The other thing that I have managed to accomplish, as you may have noticed already, are the cursors. I've shown you again this one. So basically, when I will press my keybind, I can remove an existing cursor set, rename one, or switch to an existing set. For this demo now, for this demonstration now, I will just go to switch to another cursor. And yeah, let's just select, for example, I don't know, black star. Let's just go with black star. Usually what I should do, or you should be doing if you will copy this trick from my guide, is that you should be relogging, or at least if not relogging, you know, relaunch Niri Noctalia environment session. And worst case scenario, in my opinion, you should be restarting the system, but yeah, anyway. So after you will do that, you will have full control with the new cursor of the system. But as you can see now, the only thing that I have managed to understand that it's a problem is Audacity. In my case, it doesn't use the new cursor completely. As you can see now, depending on where I move the cursor, it still uses the previous cursor. Maybe if I will close it and open it again, maybe it will be better citizen, so to speak. But still, most probably it requires me to reload. As you can see, on the top and the bottom, it still uses the old cursor, but in the middle it uses the one that I have selected. Anyway, right now the other trick that this cursor factory of mine can do for you is to create a new color cursor as you prefer it. So I will just call this one, for example, yellow red, whatever, yellow red star. Oops. And then I will just select the colors that I want. The first color is the fill, so I will go with this one. And then the other one is the outline. I will go with this one. Okay, this one. So okay, and now the system will do all the necessary actions for you in the background to create this cursor set, which literally it has various sizes from 24 up to 96, and of course it will be the new color that you prefer. In my case will be yellow fill and red outline. And as the case with changing to an already existing cursor set, again, the better thing will be to log out or restart the system. But we will just keep on going. We'll just keep on working with the system because of the stream, of course, and the recording. Anyway, let's go back while we wait for the new cursor set to be created. Let's go to the KaOS manual. So I will not bore you with reading plenty of stuff. I will just want to remind you that this whole thing you have to understand. It's a must for you to understand. So basically, attention, remember that the following are 100% correct from my system and my installation. If I have missed a step, made a mistake, etc., please write to me in one of my videos comments. Thanks for understanding. Excuse me. Anyway, the thing is this. I've tried to do as best as possible work on this guide. It's 22 pages, if you can see. It has perhaps all the necessary steps to imitate, to copy my installation that you see in these videos and in these streams. But maybe I have forgotten something, maybe I have mistyped something. Please excuse me. And yeah, I've written this guide perhaps under the worst circumstances compared to the previous guides. But yeah, this is the outcome. Hopefully everything will be fine in your case too. And I'm sure if you just by using KaOS Linux, Niri Noctalia, the default system, you will still be gladly surprised. It's a fine system if you ask me. Anyway, this was the guide. And the other thing that I want to mention is Vivaldi. It's like these people that have been creating Vivaldi. Okay, I will pause this for now. As you can see, once again, the new cursor is completed, yellow and red outline, yellow fill, red outline, and it proposes to me to restart the session, relog, restart, you know, whatever, but I will just ignore it for now. So yeah, back to Vivaldi. They have this new trick that basically I can use the browser like being in full screen. As you can see, it doesn't have any UI elements until I will move my mouse cursor to the top. And still, because I had it anyway minimally configured, I just see the tabs. And for me, this is like perfect. Like literally, it's like some people read my mind and do stuff. And I even mentioned this to them on their Blue Sky account. I have a notification here. Okay, they liked the... yeah, okay. So yeah, basically this is what I said to them. I love this feature, love it. Switched late January 2026 to Vivaldi and never looked back. Looked back in other browsers or my previous main browser, which was Firefox. I'm so gladly surprised that I have switched to Vivaldi. It was everything that I wished and more, as it turns out. So yeah, great work by the amazing people at Vivaldi. So if you haven't switched already, I strongly advise you to do so. Anyway, I like this quite a lot, and I will show you another web page. For example, if I will go to DistroWatch, for example. No, I will go to KaOS basically because I want to speak about it. So I will go to KaOS. So yeah, as you can see, it's like I have full screen, like I have pressed F11. Love it. And this is what you have to know about the February release of KaOS. This is the main page. It still hasn't been updated to reflect what's current, basically, at least not on this main page. But if you will see my news that I will read soon, or not my news, their news that I will read soon, you will understand. So here it says, welcome to KaOS, a Lean KDE distribution. KaOS is independent, built from scratch Linux distribution focused on Qt and KDE. Okay, this was true before February 2026. Now, if you will go to news, and then you will read this news article and this systemd article, you will find out why February release is such a great twist of fate, so to speak. KaOS presents a February ISO with a complete change from what you expect from this distribution. True story. You will not find Plasma or Kwing on this ISO, though KaOS has always been a KDE Plasma only distribution. Instead, you will find a Niri Noctalia based system. And continues to go on and explain why that is. In my opinion, good, because we have already so many distributions that are using already KDE, or they will keep using and switching from their own desktops and to KDE. Anyway, that's another thing. And going to the systemd article, which came just 4 days after the previous one, the announcement of KaOS 2026 February seems to have created a lot of questions regarding the possible move away from systemd. Since that announcement did not go into detail, this post will try and clarify the situation. And they try to clarify the situation by going on below. Anyway, I fully support the team behind it. I don't know how many people there are, like 1, 2, 5, I don't care. I fully support them. I'm fully behind this decision. Niri, it's a whole new deal for me, like Cosmic was basically. Love it, love it. At first it was strange. At first I was like surprised here and there. Still has a few things that I wanted in a different way. For example, I like to hide my applications, not minimize, not it's more like of a macOS past of mine. I like to hide my applications. They don't have that. I can do an imitation of that, but no, just no. I want to hide my apps. Anyway, that's a small minor detail, I say, because it has so many great things. And what I like a lot, and was jarring at first, is this situation when you are opening files or you know, Windows and all that. For example, I will go here in the menu and open Flat Seal, for example. Boom. Then I will open Parabolic. Boom. Then let's just open up Krita, for example. And then let's just open up Inkscape, for example. Inkscape. So yeah, if you have noticed, the system, as I open more apps, it goes to the side in order to give them plenty of space and to function properly, basically. It doesn't cover the previous apps, so to speak, on top of each other. It doesn't stack apps. You can do that if you want, but this is not a default thing. For example, I can come here and do this key bind and then move the windows around, no problem. But yeah, if you will work with Niri Noctalia the way it was meant to be dealt with, I pretty much prefer it. I'm hooked. And maybe I should have given in the past more time on my Sway desktop environments or my Hyperland environments. I think I'm a fan of this situation, especially of Niri, and I have I have seen a demo in real life, I mean, on Mango, and supposedly Hyperland has like Niri qualities in its latest incarnation. So maybe next time I will just try Hyperland. And speaking about next time, I think this will be the last video on KaOS Linux. If all will go well, my next stream and video will be from another distribution. I'm not 100% sure because I have, you know, other commitments in real life. But if possible, not tomorrow, not on Sunday, in the next few days I will switch to another Linux distribution. I haven't decided which that is going to be, which environment, which nothing really. I just want to move to another Linux distribution because, excuse me, so far I have had good experiences with most of them, and I know that always I can have my trustworthy distributions to return to, like Void Linux, like Endeavor OS, like Garuda Linux, like Nobara, like KaOS, and now KaOS. About Pop OS, I will return to that as well. I'm not sure when I will do that, but I will give it just a little bit more time to mature, and then I will try that again. But the rest of the Linux distributions, including MX Linux, nothing but good words for them, and they have been, in my case, at least in my use case, nothing but good things to experience. So yeah, this was it. I will not drag this any longer. Thank you for watching, thank you for everything really, and see you on the next one. Bye!